And we're going to start the show with our first Irish comedian. He's a very good friend of mine. He's knocking them dead here locally, and you're very lucky to have him up on stage tonight. Please give a big welcome to Mr. Sullivan Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
Music and everything. Oh my God, how you guys doing? That's what I like to hear. Give me a second here. Happy steak and a blowjob day, by the way. I want to start out with a story. I was in Dublin, Ireland, not Ohio, but I've been there too. A couple of years ago for my birthday. I turned 30 this year, by the way, so it's just downhill from there at this point. But anybody here been to Ireland? Yeah, oh man, I loved it. I spent a week in Dublin, and there are no Irish people there apparently. I stayed in a hostel, and I'm walking around, and I see this pub called the Bleeding Horse Inn, which you gotta go. You're either gonna see an awesome pub or a bleeding horse. Either way, you win. So I'm sitting around there drinking my Guinness like you do at an Irish pub, and they're showing a rugby game. It's like the big rugby match for Ireland, and I have no idea what's going on. I don't understand rugby. I don't even understand baseball. So obviously rugby's right over my head. And I turned to these two guys next to me. I give up. Turned to the guys next to me. I was like, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to look like the stupid American here, but I don't understand what's going on over here. And they look at me like, dude, we're from Canada. We don't get it either. So I spent 2 hours talking to them about hockey. So that was cool. This is not a family show, by the way. I don't know if the young lady up here tipped that off to you. Oh, man, I can't have a family because I can't stand family entertainment. Do you guys know what VeggieTales are? Yeah? Oh, man, I can't stand that. Seriously, if I want to see a cucumber talking to me about Jesus, I'm just going to get a hit of acid and go down to Kroger down the street. Oh, can't have a family. Dating's hard enough. Oh, my God. Anybody here date a crazy woman or a crazy guy? Crazy people? I have a really, really good relationship now, and thank God. Because I have dated so many crazy women, just women with issues, one after the other, 20, 30, 50. It was getting to the point on the second date I was going to have to ask, show us on the doll where they touched you. But do you ask before the salad or after the salad? That's the question. I went out with this one girl on the second date. This is a true story. I know you hear that, but this is a true story. On the second date, we went to the Olive Garden because I'm classy, right? And I'm trying to decide what I can afford, and she looks at me and she says, you know what? I really don't want to do anal. Yeah, on the second date. I'm like, honey, I don't think they have that here. Man, I tell you what, I'm going to put this right here. Stay. I'll be back for you in a minute. All right. So I saw this bumper sticker the other day, and I want you to follow me on this because this is, it's kind of offensive. So, I saw this bumper sticker, and it said, there is no excuse for domestic violence. No excuse for, that's not entirely, I'm an English major, that's not entirely true. She's getting lippy, she burned the eggs, she kicked your ass at Soul Calibur. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's an excuse. I know, boo, I know. No, I feel for you. Anybody here? I was in an abusive relationship once. Oh, it was terrible. I put up with it for years and years and years. Finally, I put my foot down. I was like, that's it, I'm done. If I have to sit through one more Sex and the City marathon on DVD, I'm going to a shelter. Oh, thank God, no Sex and the City fans in here. All right. Speaking of advertisements, I saw an ad. This one's from my mom because she asked me to tell this one. But we saw a billboard for the Girl Scout cookies. We all love Girl Scout cookies, right? Thin Mints are the best! Or whatever else, that's all I ordered. But that billboard said, invest in a girl. And I'm thinking, that's a bad idea. Isn't that what Elliot Spitzer did? And now he's at a... You know what? Dating's hard, but anybody here married? Anybody here divorced? My people. I was with my ex-wife for 5 years before we got married. Married 10 months. I don't know if that's a record, but it makes me feel good. Met her on the internet. She left me for a guy on the internet. I know. Worst part is she was into children's books. So she left me for a guy she met in a Harry Potter chat room. Yeah, you laugh. That's fucking true. Oh, man. We got divorced on the internet. Did you guys know you could do that? You can get divorced on the internet. It's $300. And even though she left me for Dumbledore, she had the gall to call me and ask me to pay for half of it. Oh my God. I was like, fine, come back to Ohio and kiss half my ass and we have a deal. When we got divorced, we didn't have a whole lot because I'm a comic, so I don't own a lot of stuff. So we had to split up all the presents and stuff, and I thought it was a fair deal, you know. I don't know if any divorced people had to split up the car and the kids, but I didn't have a whole lot. She didn't either. So she got the George Foreman grill and the record collection, and what did I get? Right, I got a drinking problem. I got to live with my parents for 7 months. Fair trade. People laughing have been there. I'm going back to school. Yeah! Don't get upset. It's the University of Phoenix. I'm doing it online. Everything is posted online forums. And I'm afraid I'm going to get made fun of by the upperclassmen. You know, I'm getting my communications degree, you know? It's like I'm posting my thesis. I think Rodriguez's theory of interpersonal communication is better than Jones, and all the upperclassmen are like, wrong, LOL, noob. You guys on the internet, on the MySpace? Yeah? Well, are we not admitting that? Okay. Do you guys have friends who are so on the internet that they use internet abbreviations in real life? They actually say it. I had a roommate in college. We're sitting around, we're watching Fletch on TV, and he's got to pee, apparently. So he's like, gotta pee, BRB. So I stuck out my leg and tripped him. LOL! Quit confusing internet lazy with real life lazy. The one thing I did learn from college, I went to Iowa State University. Wait, seriously? Yeah, you can buy me a drink later, all right. But one thing I did learn while I was in college was that I do like sports. We have sports fans here, right? We're watching the final, March Madness. We have Xavier fans here? No? I thought it was sucking up, but apparently not. But, when I was a kid, obviously I'm a big athlete now. You got the bodybuilder thing going on. There's a new Incredible Hulk movie coming out. The big green guy, that's me. But when I was a kid, I was terrible at sports. When I was a little kid, it was just because the other kids hated me. You remember freeze tag? You remember playing freeze tag when you were a kid? I don't know if your freeze tag experience was like mine when you're running around your best friend's backyard and they tag you and you're frozen for 3 hours while everybody else goes inside and plays Super Nintendo. How about running the mile when you're in junior high and high school? I was best friends with the school nurse. I tell you what. You better call my mom. My mom was a school nurse. She didn't buy that. I'm just pretty much you know what? You can either call my mom to pick me up now or after the mile. Either way, I'm going home before social studies class. And then kickball. I had as much, if not less than, athletic ability than the retarded kids in my class. But no, when Tommy with Down syndrome gets up to bat, no, it's okay, Tommy. Do your best. Nobody's going to make fun of you. When I get up there, hey, Sully's up! Move in! I don't think it's fair, just because my mom didn't drink when she was pregnant, that I should be treated any differently than anybody else. Guys, my name is Sullivan Smith. Thank you so much for coming out. Got a great show tonight.
Keep it going for Sullivan Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Outstanding. Oh, drinking. Your mother drinking when she was pregnant. That's terrible, Sully. Come on.